Marc 85. Yeah, I'm in the car again, and it looks kind of loaded. Am I heading up to the cabin? Now, if I'm looking at the dash here, it says I'm pointing south, not north. I've got 312 miles to go. Actually, probably put 10 miles in already. 312 miles to Daughtridge Farms, North Carolina. Yeah, it's that time of year for the North Carolina deer camp. My brother will be there, and a couple other gentlemen. One I've met, one I haven't, but we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a great time, and as always, looking forward to seeing Andrew down there and the guys, and just having a good time, and hopefully bagging a deer or two. So I've got my coffee here. I've got my big Dunkin' Donuts. So why don't you grab a beverage of your choice and a snack. I got a sandwich there waiting for me too. And go ahead and sit back and enjoy this one. This will be a good one. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna have some fun down there. Normally on Sunday or the first day that we arrive, we go out to dinner. But I decided to see if I could cook something down there. And Andrew is gracious enough to lend me his pellet grill. So we're going to be cooking up some nice tomahawks on the pellet grill. And you'll be seeing that in just a few minutes. So like I said, kick back and enjoy. It's hot. Rolled in about 2 o'clock or so. Looked around, I didn't see any of the guides or Andrew. They might be in the back or not around yet. So I'm going to go down to the little lodge and see if anybody else from our party is down there. I know my brother's going to be a little delayed, a little accident on the highway. I think it's slowing him down. Andrew was kind enough to bring his Traeger grill here for our dinner tonight. So I'm about to get this thing fired up. Switch on. Got the grill heated up, and here's number one. Yes, there's 2 of these babies. Gonna go with the Kinder's Cowboy Butter on this. This is pretty good. If you haven't tried it, I got this, I think it's Sam's. It's pretty good. It does have a little chili, but it's not hot at all. And the other one's getting this creamy steakhouse, and it's got a little horseradish in there. It's pretty good. So they are on. And close up this lid here so I stop losing heat. But we'll see you in a while. So a nice Traeger. Hopefully we'll just get a nice little smoke taste out of, not too much. That seasoning will be good, and they're going to be good on their own. I'm here with my brother, and we're going to actually have some other folks in with us. Like I said, Marc and Ken. We'll get some potatoes ready pretty soon, and we'll get the table straightened up, I guess. Get it ready to eat.
Sounds good. I'm hungry already.
Yeah, yep. So we're looking forward to. Ken went out this afternoon hunting. You can do that. You can make it a 3.5 day if you want. But Marc and I are just hanging here and just going to enjoy these steaks and a good dinner. And here they are, about 80 degrees or so inside. I just flipped them, put the potatoes on. Let's take a look. Oh my golly. I think we're looking pretty good in here. We got one at 126, one at 128, 129. So I'm going to pull off the 129, let that rest, let the other one go up a little bit. Potatoes and mushrooms up there. That was a pretty long cook. That went for like 1 hour and 40 some minutes, or almost 2 hours. But I did a low and slow at 250, and those steaks were very cold. They started out at like 33 degrees. So it took a while, but they are just about wrapped up. The potatoes are done, mushrooms are done. We're about to sit down at the table, and the other Marc is in there, and you'll meet him in just a second too. But the sun is going down behind us. You can see the sun setting over there, already set and gone, just a little bit of rays left and reflecting off the clouds, and before you know it, we'll be out hunting our first morning. All right, well, here we are, 2 tomahawks, 3 people. 4 baked potatoes. Yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of leftovers. Now, here we are, first morning. The house is waking up, and everybody's alarm went off at 5. So we're just getting dressed, getting set. Well, here we are out on the porch, waiting for the guys to pick us up. And of course, that's my brother behind me. The other Mark with his back turned, he's being antisocial. Oh, there he is, Mark. And we got Ken over here. And we got a all PA born crew anyway. Might not live in PA anymore, but we're all PA. So we got the PA crew going out first morning, and as we always say, we're wishing everybody good luck, and let's get a big one. First morning, to sit in a stand near a swamp. So Ken, Marc, and Marc are set. So we will see what happens this morning. First morning North Carolina hunt. Half decent sized doe down there and a smaller fawn. I think I'm just gonna watch that. I don't think I'm gonna take a doe right now anyway. They say you should if you really want one, but I think I'm just gonna hold off for now. That's a half decent sized doe. That's that's not bad. But we'll just watch them, and maybe a few more will show up. Oh, there's the stand I was in. There's 2 deer are still there. The doe and the fawn are still there. They were there for a good 45 minutes. I was just hoping something would follow them in, buck, of course, but that didn't happen. And like I said, the doe wasn't on the program this morning. So gonna head back, get picked up, and let's see what Miss Trudy has for breakfast, and maybe get a report from the other guys, see how they did. Let's get going here. So easy to follow these trails in. Never have any issues. Just follow a trail right to the stand. There it is, way in the background. Nice spot. I could hear a lot of splashing in this canal that was next to me. I never could figure it out. It almost sounded like it was fish jumping in there, but I don't know what it was. Maybe I'll ask Josh, and maybe he'll know. But that's a good morning. It's nice to see some deer, and then have them stick around for a while. I'll tell you one thing, from 7 o'clock to 9 went kind of slow, but as soon as those deer showed up, that time just flew by. So that's always how it goes. Here's Mr. Ken. Well, Ken.
Did not see anything. How about you?
Doe and a fawn.
No, fawn. No, I didn't see a thing.
Didn't see a thing this morning?
No.
Hey, it happens. Nice morning, though.
It was, yeah. It really warmed up.
Oh gosh, yeah. I'll talk to my brother, and he was going in this morning. He took a wrong turn and ended up in like an irrigation ditch or a little canal. Ended up falling into about his waist, and the gun went in. So he came back, and they took care of him here, and that's what they do here at Daughtridge. They take care of you. He went into the laundry, got his clothes all cleaned up. They gave him a gun cleaning kit. He's cleaning his car, or he's cleaning the gun up. And so now we're just going to put a couple shots through it, make sure it's in, and then if we can't straighten it out, I'll just go ahead and lend him the 7mm08 that I brought along. Sean, appreciate it. So we'll take a couple shots here in a few seconds, but just had that nice Trudy's breakfast there. Just simple scrambled eggs, bacon, and I went back for seconds, had some more scrambled eggs and some sausage. So enjoyed it, and it hits the spot. Marc's down there putting the target up, and about 100 yards, and we'll take a few shots here. Send it. pretty clean?
Yeah.
You're like 1 inch, 1 o'clock.
So I'm an inch off the red or an inch off of dead center?
Inch off of dead center. Oh, there goes Josh and Ken and Mark. They're going to a couple of other spots here. But yes, if you recognize this is Black Creek. This is one of my favorites. Just for some reason, I don't know. I know I got the 8-point years ago, 5 years ago, but it's just a nice farm that always gives you just a spectacular sundown and beautiful views. And out in that dirt that you saw out here, this was sweet potatoes. And there's a ton of sweet potatoes still in the dirt out there. So, like that little guy right over there, the one next to it up there. 400 acres of food plot, basically. Deer love sweet potatoes. So, there's my stand over there. I'm going to walk over, get set. Josh said he's going to hurt my feelings. This is probably a nice one, going to come out about 450 yards. And I'll be like, oh my gosh. So we'll see. We'll hope for something closer than that. Let's get in that stand. There's a nice sweet potato right there. Look how nice that is. It's lucky you can take that home to cook up. I think North Carolina is one of the biggest sweet potato producers in the country, from what I understand. 5:30. Just two deer just came out, doe and a fawn, very similar to the size of this morning's deer. Definitely a doe with its fawn. Half decent sized doe again. Yardage 450. Thank goodness I can't shoot does from the stand. Not that I don't know. I brought the scope up on them, and I don't know. I think I could get a shot off. Farthest I've shot with this rifle is 300. Did fairly well with it. I feel like it definitely could go farther, but never. I mean, besides the target, I never really shot at anything over that 300-yard mark. So 5:30. I probably got about an hour 15 left or so. Still some sun out there in the field, and we'll just wait, see if a buck happens to maybe come out right over here, which is more like the 100-ish mark, from basically actually like 80 to 150, which would be great, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen. They just bounded off. They hightailed it. I saw the white flags and they bound off, and it was definitely not me. It's not me talking. Something else must be going on down there, so I'll get the binoculars out and see. If it was a coyote, I'd definitely shoot at 450 yards at a coyote, but certainly not a doe. When I had the chance this morning, got a very reasonable range and turned it down. They were way back in that corner back there, and again I saw the white flags, and then they took off into the woods. They did look over to the right, but the wind is actually coming straight toward us, so definitely it's not like a windage thing or anything like that. Well, we'll keep looking. Black Creek, you never know what's going to come out here. We could get a good one. Who knows? Have another doe and a fawn right down that lane right there. And again, they look to be about the same size. Small doe, small fawn, and a doe. And manageable 120 yards this time. But again, I'm not gonna, or not supposed to take them, or not allowed to take them, which is fine with me. I'll just keep my eye on them. Been looking out in the fields for other things. Haven't seen anything since those other two. I'm not sure if that lane goes over to the shooting lane that my brother is stationed at. And I think he has the green light to take a doe. So I don't know if they're going to make their way down there in time, or if they're going to even go in that direction. I just took a shot. I was looking at the two down here, looked over to my left, and there was a massive 8-point. It is down. I don't think you can see it. There's just a lump in the field right now. It jumped, kicked, went to the edge, and came back out and laid down. I'm not gonna move. I'm not gonna do anything yet. Man, oh man. I think it's a good one. Whew. Oh boy. Well, going over to check it. I hope it's the one I think it is. Should know in 2 minutes. Or a minute. Well, here it is. That's a big deer. It's a big deer. So, I'll tell you what. First day here. What a deer. It's approaching 175 to even maybe more. It could be in the 190s. We'll have to see when we get it back. Well, here we are back at Daughtridge, and I just want to give a big shout out to Andrew for having some great deer and giving us the opportunity to come
acting
down.
so calm. You killed a monster. Get excited. Yeah.
That's my calm voice. My Fitbit watch went off because my heartbeat rate was too high. But yeah, I really want to thank Andrew and the guys, and it's a great place to come down to, and had a ball so far, and today's only the first day. There's Thomas over there. We all know Thomas, right?
Alright, you ready to me in?
All right, now what do we got? 170, okay. 171. There you are.
Is that you? Yeah, Marc with a big poster.
Okay.
This is what happens when you get a real guy to come.
Yeah, I traded Thomas in.
You see that?
Yeah.
You get a scale?
Well, here's Mr. Trudy. Looks like we got some. What do we got? Roast beef?
Meatloaf.
Meatloaf? Meatloaf, rice, and green beans. Here we are, second morning here, and looks like a nice spot from what I can tell. At least I'm gonna have a nice view of the sun coming up this morning, which is one of the reasons you go out here and you see some nice stuff like that too. But got that big one last night and went back to the lodge afterwards after that good Miss Trudy's venison meatloaf, and I just had one beer, and we watched a little bit of the ball game last night, and hell, I hit the bed about 11 or something like that. But no celebrating. We're just right back at it again. And again, since I got that one, it'd have to be a 6-point or better. But for me, it's going to have to be very, very big deer for me to take. But that's my personal choice. When you come down here, you make up the mind, what you want to take, which is nice. So we're all out this morning, and hopefully I'll get some texts from Marc and Ken, and Marc that they got something this morning. That'd be great. Just walked by me about 10-15 minutes ago. I was doing the sunrise over here, and they came right up on me within 10 yards or so. And I think once they got close, they knew something was wrong, but they did not spook. No tails raised. They just kind of stopped and looked, and they were wondering something's not right, but they didn't know what it was. But they kept moving on. Definitely did not spook them, no snorting or anything like that. So we'll just continue to hang here and see if we can get a good one come by again. I did hear a couple shots so far, one back behind me this way, one over out in front of me. So I don't know if it was our guys or someone else. I'm just hoping for something for good for those guys this morning. That'd be great. I saw the four this morning that walked within 10 yards of me. It was two nice does and two fawns, or it could have been last year's fawn, which was getting to be a mature doe with basically the mom and three, like one from last year and two from this year. So it sort of was a little bit smaller. I'm just taking a guess. But the good thing is I got a text from my brother, and he said he's got a doe, and it's just about time to walk out right now. So I'm going to walk out. I think he's up this way, because I asked him if he just shot, and I had heard about 5 shots this morning. So I don't know about the other guys, and I think I just heard another one. So we'll see. We'll see what that's about, and we'll get back to the car, or get back to see Josh, and get picked up and get the doe, and maybe some more deer, and get back to the lodge. A little chilly this morning. It's about 45. A nice shot here, a soybean field. I'm not sure what that is. I don't know if we went past that in the dark last night or not, or this morning. It looks like an old farm or a house or something in the background there. Real nice. I like coming down here. Again, it does remind me a lot of Delaware. And one thing I do like about Delaware is how flat it is, and you just get to see a little bit farther, things like that. So, but of course, we can see great up the cabin being up on the mountain. So there's advantages to both, but I do like it here just because it reminds me of Delaware too.
If you want to, you can go ahead and start walking back there. I'll catch up with you.
You gonna get your dog?
Nah, I'm gonna look first.
Look first? Okay. All right, Josh and I are here at Marc's drop-off point. We're gonna get up there. We'll see if we can give him a hand finding some stuff here, some blood trail or whatever, or the deer itself.
I got it.
All right, Josh, way to go.
What caliber you shooting, Marc?
Don't tell him.
What caliber you shooting? I don't know. Tom told me not to tell you. Can I take a guess?
Yes.
A 6.5 Creedmoor.
Correct.
That's why she didn't bleed.
I've read that.
I mean, you put a great shot on her.
There she is. Well, that's a good one too. That's a good sizer.
Let me tell you what I was tracking.
Yes.
This right here. See how all that grass is pushed over?
Mm-hmm.
I saw like a fresh break up there off the path, and all the grass was pushed.
Yeah.
And I started following it.
All right. Yeah, it's a
Very
good.
good. I mean, yeah, that's a great doe.
Yeah.
I mean, great shot.
Great shot. You can
I'm
see.
actually surprised she moved much more. A little bit higher, she probably wouldn't have.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely, she's coming out the mouth, so it's definitely a long
Double
shot in
under
there.
easy.
Yeah.
Well, I did what I was supposed to do. She just, I really thought she went that way. But
Well,
that's why you lost her, because you probably could see her up to right about, maybe right about here, and then she just disappeared.
well,
all right.
I'm gonna go grab the four-wheeler. I don't drag you.
okay.
No problem.
All right,
that's
Mark,
great.
congrats.
I hoped I did. I had hoped I didn't lose her.
Oh, yeah.
Good doe. There were 4 of them. 2 of them were probably fawns.
Yeah, I'm sure they were.
And 1 was really small. 1 was very small. The other 2 were quite a bit bigger, and then she was the biggest of the 4 of them. Well, Josh is a good tracker.
Oh, yeah.
I could have swore that she was in the woods down there. When he was over this far, I would have told him to stop before he got halfway as far as he did.
Ken said great.
Yeah, and you know, I've read and I've seen stuff online where guys don't like to use the
Creedmoor's.
Creedmoor because it doesn't leave a lot of blood. Mark here. This is the afternoon of day 2 here in North Carolina. I'm in the blind. I have 2 shooting lanes, one that's pretty much straight ahead, and then one over here to the right. We'll see what happens today.
Back in the stand this afternoon, second day. Just had a good breakfast and went and tanked up my tank, got some coffee, sat around the lodge, shooting a breeze, telling stories, that's part of the experience, is just being there and having fun with who you're with. So that's always great. But again, second afternoon. Again, my brother got the doe. I got the buck yesterday. So we're hoping for Ken and Marc to be able to connect this afternoon and get the whole group to get something. And again, I'm looking for, basically at this point, a very nice buck. It would have to be a nice 6 to 8 points, and I mean big, for me to take the shot. So, but that's my preference. I can certainly take a 6-pointer. Or a doe if I chose. So when you come down here, you do have the option 4 deer. Remember that 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 deer you have the option of taking. So it's always a great time down here. So I am going to get quiet and about 2.5 hours here this afternoon. Mosquito is a little tough. So if you come down and you see the temps up a little bit, bring that Thermacell with you, definitely. Bring a Thermacell. I chose not to. My mistake. That was stupid. I thought it was going to be cool enough they weren't going to be around, but made a mistake on that one. So get quiet and see what we can see this afternoon. And hoping again for Marc and Ken this afternoon. A little 5-point up there. Looks like it's a 3 on one side. And then a very long spike that's curled. And almost looks like a little bit of a palmation on there with the brow tine. Interesting. It looks like it's probably a year and a half. And of course, since I got a deer, I have to get a 6 or better. And even if I didn't get one, I don't know. It would be tempting just to get a deer, but I think I would let this one go. But that's me. If you want to come down here and take something like that, you can, if that's your first deer. And again, I'd probably be going back and forth on whether I'd want to take a shot or not if I was able to do it. Second night, I only have one more day left. That is it for day 2. Just saw that 5-pointer there at the end of the day, came out about 6:25. And well, watched him for about 10 minutes or so, and then he went back into the woods. So I've been out 4 times, and every time I've seen deer. And hey, what can I, you can't get any better than that. Absolutely. So we'll just wait for Josh to pick us up, and we'll head back and see how the other guys did. And looking forward to little Miss Trudy's tonight. See what she's got. Maybe some chickens, maybe pork chops, maybe spaghetti. I go for any of the above. You know, looks like Miss Trudy fixed up some pork chops for us tonight. Mac and cheese, green beans, rolls. This looks pretty good as always.
Too bad out here.
Yeah. Hey, just want to say, take it easy to Marc. I appreciate him coming down. He's going to leave a day early. It was great hunting with him. We had a good time, a lot of laughs, got to know each other even a little bit more. Told a lot of funny stories and stuff like that. So, Marc,
Thank you.
have a good ride back. Appreciate your company down here.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a great hunt, guys.
All right, thanks.
Cheers.
All right.
Sorry to see Marc go, but we understand you have obligations. So we're just going to give it a go here this morning, see what happens. As always, I've been in this stand before one time. It was a nice stand. It's pretty close to the outfitter, and it's a nice walk in the woods. It's a little back there. It's a little farther than the others, but it's very easy to get to. And well, I think I have probably almost 45 minutes till it gets light, so I'm just gonna probably close my eyes for a few and see you when it gets light.
Good morning, everyone. This is Marc. Day 3 of our hunt here in North Carolina. We're in the morning. It's about 8 a.m. You can see the line that I am in is ground level in a heavily wooded area. We will see what happens this morning. So far it's been quiet. My brother is about 200 yards up the road from me, but farther into this woodlot. So we'll see what happens today between the two of us.
You know, the woods is waking up, and thought I heard some turkeys out there. So I wouldn't be surprised if I see some in a few minutes. Sounded like they were heading over this way. Here's my lane today, but also has some woods on the side that might be able to see something just moving through also. There's my blind this morning. Just got out 9:35 or so. Didn't see anything this morning. Heard the turkeys, but they never came by. Unfortunately, I would have liked a little turkey show this morning. I know my brother is blind over here. I don't think he was successful this morning. Don't know about Ken yet. You know, of course, Marc had to go. Marc,
Again, glad to have you here. And Marc was the first person that gave me the challenge coins. So he's the one that started me getting all those, which I appreciate. Egg, sausage, potatoes, and toast this morning. Marc's loading his plate up there. Hey, I'm sitting here with Andrew Webb. You've seen him before in the videos. Owner-operator, Daughtridge Farms. We saw you. You're happy for all your clients when they get something. You saw me coming over and saying, "Hey, get excited about that deer."
Absolutely. I mean, we feel like it's regardless of who pulls the trigger, we get some satisfaction out of setting the stand up and trimming the lanes and getting it set up for deer. So when somebody like Tom comes in and seals the deal, we're just as happy as he is.
Yeah, well, we could tell. It seemed like everybody was.
Oh yeah, that was a good buck.
Well, we know you got the deer season in here. You start with the black powder, right?
Yeah, we start
with
with
any archery, right?
We kind of shy away very little archery. It's tough, unless a guy's got a crossbow. We do some crossbow hunting because we can hunt out of our box blinds. But typically we stick with either crossbows. We have 2 weeks of muzzleloader season that start around the 1st of October. We do muzzleloader hunts for 2 weeks. That goes straight into rifle hunting, and we rifle hunt from mid-October all the way to January 1st.
Okay.
So it keeps us busy.
We've been seeing a lot of bear, so.
We have, over the years, we're starting to see more and more. I've always wanted to offer bear hunts. We haven't had quite the numbers for me to feel comfortable actually booking specific bear hunts, but I've offered, some trophy fees if you kill a bear while you're on a deer hunt. But I think we're going to branch out and actually offer some specific bear hunts this year. We've had so many sightings that I think there's a market for it, and I think we can produce.
I think you can do it. Okay. And is that a specific date range for?
It still overlaps deer season. So
okay.
This year our bear season is November 16th to December 16th. We get a straight month of it. And what we're doing, we've taken certain stand sites and we're only baiting for the bears at those stand sites so that we're not constantly in and out, deer hunting and baiting deer. Because you bait the bears a little different. You can use peanuts and, some different things for bears, different style feeders. Looking forward to doing some bear hunts.
So if they're interested, contact you and you'll have some openings for that this year?
I do. As a matter of fact, we haven't marketed it yet, so this will be your first public marketing of a bear hunt.
Okay. All right. Well, if you're interested in bear, come on and down and see Andrew about that.
Sure. And a fun fact, for people who don't know a ton about bear hunting, Eastern North Carolina is like one of the sleeper states. The bears in Eastern North Carolina are some of the biggest in the world because they don't hibernate. So they just eat all year.
24/7, 365.
That's right. Yep.
Okay. And there's a lot to eat down here, that's for sure.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
Well, yeah, we all got that.
Ton of spring gobblers too, if you guys want to check out some spring gobblers.
I forgot to do that. Andrew's got the
Eastern North Carolina Turkey Challenge.
Okay.
Last year we gave, it's a 2-man team competition. You draw properties out of a hat. You and your partner would exclusively get to hunt the properties that you draw out of a hat, and go out for a scout day, 2 days of hunting, and several different prize packages that, biggest overall bird, best stringer. But we had a lot of hunting industry businesses that kind of sponsor us. Vortex, Foggy Bottoms Outdoors, Cut 'em Down Waterfowl, a lot of big names in the industry, and we were able to give away over $20,000 in cash to the winners last year. So
that is great.
It's really caught on good.
Okay. Well, that information again, that'll be down in the description below. So if you want to check that out, that's always something to do. I hunted turkeys for about 10 years, and it's a thrilling thing too. It's a little bit different from deer hunting, but it almost gets you more pumped than just because it seems like it takes longer for them to come in And you talk about discipline, you gotta have discipline, because if you move, I think I moved maybe a quarter of an inch one time, and the birds, they were right at it.
That's right.
So,
That's my addiction. So after the turkey competition, then I go out and I don't miss a day.
okay. One other thing too, what do you do during the summer? Do you have a snow cone?
I do. I started out of college. I started a shaved ice business. I always loved shaved ice as a kid. Bought a shaved ice machine when I saved up some money, and it cost too much to let it sit on the counter. So I started doing little birthday parties, and it exploded. About 3 years into it, school contracts, and now we still do it for the big clients, but kind of geared more towards the hunting thing, but it does keep us busy in the summer. Webby shaved ice. Webby shaved ice.
I gotta call you out on this. It said world's best snowball out there.
It didn't tell you who voted for it though.
Well.
Yeah, well, you know, I was an ambitious teenager when I started it, so I might should have stuck with Carolina's best snowball.
All right, well, Andrew, thanks a lot. I
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
that.
Good.
And
Appreciate
again,
it.
thanks for everything you do.
Absolutely.
And if you're looking for a great hunt down here, you see the experience. I try to give you everything that you can think of as far as what's it like if I want to go down. Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you, Tom.
Appreciate it.
Yep, appreciate it.
And I'm sure you'll see me again next year.
Hope so.
All right. Thanks again.
Last sit of 2024 North Carolina season down here at Daughtridge Farms. My stand's right over here, looking over a bean field and a lane. So we'll get in there. 3:30 now. Gets dark about 6:35. So about a 3-hour sit here, and we'll go ahead and get in and see what we see this afternoon. So just have one tip for you too. If you want to come down, and certainly come down, tell them White Rook 85 sent you, of course. But when you come down and you're in one of the ones that has a shooting lane and not over a field, if you hit one and you don't see blood right away, or you don't see it drop and it goes in, let the guide come over and check first, because they are absolute professional trackers. You know, you don't want to step on anything. You don't want to cause, like a little twig to break because of your foot, and they don't know whether it was a deer or you or what. So that's just my personal opinion. That's not something, that's not a rule or anything like that you have to follow, but just a tip that is a good thing to do. And it helped my brother yesterday. Josh found a little something, and he got right on that deer. Looking over this bean field here, I'm not sure what was in here before. Doesn't look like anything they'll be after, so most likely definitely the bean field. And then he said there's a lane over here to another little field. Have a lane over that way, a little indentation in that. There's pines over there. In this field, looks like it was beans that have been harvested, so maybe something moving across it, but they're not going to be out there eating like the potatoes. I do have this whole bean field right here that's something may come out into, especially I would think that corner down there, but you never know. You never know. Keep looking, watching, seeing what happens. Here we are, 6 o'clock, so I have about 35 minutes left. It's been a warm afternoon out here. I didn't check the thermometer on the phone, but it's pushing 80-ish. I was hoping it was going to be a little cooler this week, and initially it started out that way, but then it warmed up. So that sun will be starting to go down soon. things will start cooling off quick, and I'm hoping the deer start moving when that happens. So about another 35 minutes of the 2024 North Carolina deer camp hunt. There's a doe straight out there. I don't think it's real big. And 2 raccoons. Looks like they're right next to each other. Looks like that doe cut up the middle there. Looks like there might be a little ditch in the field right there, and I think it came up through there. Because I could barely see the head, and then started getting taller and I could see the body. And now you can barely see him, and it's just about the end of shooting time. 4 doe over there. They came through that bean field and then cut across the wide open dirt trotting, and then went over into that little cutout over there. And now they're back, or a couple of them are back into the field again. Now these are doe. 1 halfway decent size and 3 smalls. But as far as I'm concerned, free pass. Unless I see a buck trotting around the field here, and that's going to have to be a good one. Oh, here's the final sundown North Carolina season. It's got 3 minutes to go, but I think I'm probably just about done here. Losing light very quickly. Just that nice orange glow in the sky there. That single light is Josh coming to pick me up. Last evening, I walked out, I don't know, half mile out just because I felt like it. Maybe we can see him when he's actually got some lights facing his way. Little GoPro here. Looks like a star in the sky. They're here filling his plate up with some good Miss Trudy food.
Yep, filling it up. It's always good.
Yep.
You won't be disappointed.
That's for sure. Oh, look at that. Well, here we are Thursday morning, Halloween, saying goodbye to Ken. Had a good time with them, and hopefully we'll meet up again in the future. So it was a great time here down at Daughtridge again. Great time meeting
Sure was,
Ken.
yeah.
Hey, have a
Great
good
to
run.
meet you. Yeah,
Good to meet
thank
you.
you.
All right, Ken.
All right, thanks
Take
a lot.
care.
Great time, thank you.
All right, Mark. Well, here we are, saying goodbye to my brother, Mark. I really appreciated spending the time with him again as usual, and he got that nice doe, and we just went up to the lodge and grabbed all the meat from the cooler and have it loaded up in our coolers, so we'll be taking that home. So I know that'll be some good eats for you.
Sure will. I really enjoy that venison. Anybody that hasn't tried it ought to give it a try. You find a good recipe, and that stuff is delicious.
Yeah, maybe try putting some of that butter in your hamburgers like you were doing.
That's right, the butter and hamburger. That's what you got to do. But okay, Tom. Well, thank you very much. I
Well, sure
appreciate
thing.
Spending time together, and
Yep, absolutely.
we'll
Hey,
catch up with one another.
and we're rocking the real
Yep,
tree
we're
this morning.
rocking the real tree. Yeah.
So.
Okay.
All right, well, hey, look for me in deer camp in about, you know the drill, day after Thanksgiving, and then give me a little bit of time to get the video together. So we're hoping for some good things up there. But we had a great time down here. I got a really nice buck. And again, if you're interested, Daughtridge Farms, all the information is going to be down below. And give Andrew a call and tell him White Rook 85 sent you.